just, you know, right now, or even as you do it, just think in your heart of all the hundreds of people that would like to be here and maybe couldn't cross the financial or geographical barriers or whatever reason. There are so many hundreds of people. Gobotia, it's almost, we sent 780 envelopes this month, wasn't it? 775? 775. So there's only, how many? 22 of us here. So that's 730 others who we're going to share this tea with. So please think of them, put your love in for them, and we're going to mix all your teas together. And we'll add a little bit more of that anti-eye mixer stuff. That'll be the tea of the month. So you can remember that. Just put a little prayer in there. And it'll be special then when you get here. Okay.
Calling to me, I had no choice. Take me back to where I came from before I...
So red tea is, we often say completely oxidized, but not. It's just very heavily oxidized, 90%. And that's done through withering, usually for like 12 to 24 hours. And then you're just gonna, you gotta roll it. You just break it down and roll the crap out of it. And we're gonna wanna roll it over the ridges. And you keep the tea in a ball, and you kind of just go in a circle over the ridges of the tray.
Learning how to stay dry was my focus, but I feel so well cold tonight when the world's too much to handle. I shut my eyes, watch it inside me. There is a refuge beyond the pleasure and the pain.
Red tea, we don't really know where it began. It's not a Western thing though. It did begin in China. And as you've read 1,000 times, hopefully in Gobotia, let's not call it black tea. We call it red tea. Black tea is a mistake. Western people like to make mistakes and continue them for centuries. Like calling Native Americans Indians, right? Calling Native Americans Indians, it was a mistake. Some dude thought he was in India. It's just not right. And if you don't care and you never want to study Native American culture or be around them, then it's not really a big deal. Just like if I go to your grandma's house and she says, have some black tea, I'm not going to correct her. I'll let it be. But if you have an interest to actually go live with Native American people and study their culture, I suggest you not call them Indians. You don't like it. And it's a mistake. Why continue? It was a mistake. And in those days, when they said black tea, Westerners, they also meant oolong. All of the oolong and red tea that went to Europe was all called black tea. And it's partly because in the early days, in the very early days, even in China itself, there was no distinction between black tea and oolong, really. It took some time for them to separate their ways, yeah? The other difference is that they say Western people were making their tea genres based on the color of the leaves, whereas Chinese people have always judged based on the color of the liquor, right? And the liquor is obvious. I think you remember in the magazine we even showed you the difference between a black, we put the leaves and the, in Norwood Pratt's article, remember we had a picture, we had the two leaves coming together and then we had the two cups. You can see the cup is actually really red. So let's call it red tea. That's literal translation, and leave black tea to black tea. If there wasn't another genre of tea called black tea, then I would never make the suggestion that we correct it.